equal to the voltage drop. No? Equal po siya sa voltage of V1, V2, and V3. Yan. No? Equal po silang tatlo. Ay, not equal, but add po silang tatlo. No? So, saan po yung V1? Yung V1 po is the voltage drop. Ito, no? For R1. Yung V2 is for R2 at yung V3 is for R3. Okay? Then we have the voltage divider rule. Okay? So, bago mo yan, may pa tayong example. So, dito we have 3 resistors, 2 ohms, 3 ohms, and 5 ohms connected in series across a 100 volt source. So, we need to find the total resistance. No? So, to get the total resistance, no, i-add lang po natin. No? R1 plus R2 plus R3. So, kayo na pong bahala if ito ba yung R1 nyo, R2, or R3. Okay. So, yung R1 is 2 ohms, 3 ohms yung R2 plus 5 ohms. So, you have 2 plus 3, that is 5, no? Plus 5, that is 10 ohms. So, that will be your R total, no? Next is the total or the circuit current. So, circuit current, this will be our I sub T, no? So, that I sub T, so we'll use Ohm's law, no? So, V over R. So, yung V natin dito, kasi T yung subscript dito, so ito, VT. Dito din is RT. So, yung RT natin, we have solved that 1 to 10 ohms. Yung VT natin, that is our given na voltage source, which is 100. So, we have 100 volts divided by 10 ohms. So, our total current is 10 amperes. Then voltage across the 5 ohm resistor dito. So, anong voltage drop dito? That is V3. Okay. So, V3, hanap tayo ng another color for this one. Yan. Okay. So, V3 is equal to, so, Ohm's law ulit, no? The voltage is equal to current times resistance. So, if this is V3 dito, so ito, I3. Dito din R3. So our R3 is 5 ohms. Ano naman yung I3 natin? So if babalikan natin yung concept dito, okay? So the current total is equal to I1, I2, and I3. Tignan ko lang no, bakit nawala yung display natin. Okay, so wala pala. Hindi ba nag-forward yung display? Okay. Yan. Okay, so okay na ba? No? Nakita niyo na yung display? Okay na, okay. So we have yung I3 natin. So yung I3 natin equal din yan sa ating I total. No? So our I total, na-solve na natin which is 10 ohms, 10 amperes. No? Okay, so substitute natin dito. We have 10 amperes times 5 ohms. So 10 times 5, so our V3 is 50 volts. So yan, na-solve nyo na po yung mga required. No? But the example, so isa lang po dito yung hahanapin unless if we have the difficult questions na yung tatlo yung hahanapin. No? Katulad yung binigay ko sa inyo na mock test 2, no? Na bawat isang tawag doon ang bawat level, no? Or bawat question, tigta tatlo yung hinahanap, no? Na required power, resistance, at current, no? So katulad yun yung mayayari pag the question will become difficult. Okay. Okay, so yung ano po, yung mismo yung mga ano po tawag doon, medyo mahina po, medyo nadidelay po yung display. So maybe po medyo mahina po yung ano download speed po ng connection nyo. No, kasi yung video po kasi is nangangailangan po niya ng taas-taas, no, at least 1 Mbps na download speed. Yan. Okay? Next. To. So we have 3 resistors connected in series. No, the equivalent resistance is blank. No? So 5 ohms, 10 ohms, and 15 ohms. So gagawin po is just to total, no, 5 plus 10 plus 15. So that will be 30 ohms. Yan. No? So kailangan na po natin i-remember that if series, automatic, i-add nyo po lahat ng resistances. Okay? Next. So we have here the voltage divider rule. No? So a voltage divider rule, ang purpose ng po nito is to make the solving of the voltage drop easier. No? Yan po yung pinaka-purpose niya para easy po yung yung kanyang voltage drop, no? So ito po yung circuit. So you have 3 resistors connected in series. So the voltage drop for R1 is V1. The voltage drop for R2 is V2. Yung sa VT po naman po are R3. So if example, if you are going to solve, no, the V of X is equals to V of T, Vx over RT, no? So example po, if you need to solve for V3, okay, so V3, so this is just equal to Vt, no? Kasi ang X mo dito is yung 3. Hanapin mo is yung 3. So kaya 3 dito. And this will be R3 over RT. Yan. So yan po yung magiging formula, no? So the voltage divider rule is just only applicable for series circuit. Tapos the value of the voltage drop is proportional to the resistor value. So ibig sabihin po dapat yung load nyo are all resistors. Wala pong mix na capacitor and inductor. And the voltage drop can add up to this formula V1, V2 plus V3. Yan. Okay, so let's try po na gamitin yung formula to sa problem natin kanina, no? Yung kanina, yan. So dito, to compare po the answer. Ang hinahanap is V3. So V3 is equals to VT R3 over RT. Yan. So our VT is 100 volts. Okay. Our R3 is 5, no? 5 ohms. And our RT is 10, no? Okay, 10 ohms. Okay. So mangyayari dito, we have 100 times 5. So 500. So 500 divided by 10 is just equal to 50 volts. So equal lang po yung dalawa, no? Equal lang. Okay. Next, no? So mas madali po yung voltage divider if you know how to use the formula, no? Kahit pa yan, apat pa yan na resistor up to 100, no? So ang ano lang is dapat mong malaman kung paano yung formula, no? Okay. So dito tayo, no? 3 resistors are connected in series across a source as shown, no? So voltage across R1. So ito yung kanina, no, na circuit. And ito, but the source now is 120, no? So kopya natin tong ano na to. Oops, mayari. Ayan na lang natin yung kanyang circuit. So we have 120 volts. Okay. So this is 2 ohms, 3 ohms, and 5 ohms. So this will be our so this will be our R1. So hinahanap is V1 kasi voltage across R1. So V1. So V1 is equal to VT R1 over R total. So the source now is 120 volts. R1 is 2 ohms. Yung total po niya is 2 plus 3 plus 5, which is 10 ohms. So we have 2 times 120, 240 divided by 10. So that is 24 volts. No? So ito po yung problem using voltage division theorem. No? So there are problems po sa board exam na bibigyan kayo ng circuit. No? There are also problems na hindi po kayo bibigyan ng circuit. Kayo po yung gagawa ng circuit. No? So in order to solve, so you must, no, lalo na pag ganito yung mga problem, you must always draw the circuit. No? So kapag sinabi as shown, so malamang mayroong circuit yan sa baba. No? If wala, so ibibigay po yung details. So 3 resistors, 10 ohms, 3 ohms, 2 ohms, and 5 ohms are connected in series across a 120 volt source. So find the resistor at the 5 ohm, find the voltage at the 5 ohm resistor. So kayo na po yung gagawa ng circuit niyan. No? Kasi talagang hindi po masosolve if wala pong circuit, no? O hindi po kayo gagawa ng circuit. Okay. Next, we have parallel circuit. No? Nakadepende po yan. No? Nakadepende po if, ang nangyari po kasi, if the question is series parallel, no? So, series parallel, usually meron po yung diagram. No? Sasabihin na po yan is solve the current at R6. Tapos yung R6 sa pinakadulo. So, sobrang dami mong pagdadaanan para lang ma-solve yung question, no? Yan. Okay. So, pero if yung question is ganito lang, parallel or series na circuit, so yung mga simple lang, so hindi po ibibigay yung diagram. So, nakadepende po yan sa level of difficulty ng question po. Okay? Next, we have a circuit having more than one current path, no? Current flow, no? So that is a parallel circuit, no? So parallel circuit, ibig sabihin the current flow is ganyan po yung current flow niya, no? So marami pong pagdadaanan yung ating circuit. Now for this one, the voltage across each branches, so yung branches po itong isang ganito, isang branch po yan, no? So this is also the reason why sa ating wiring, no, sa residential, commercial, industrial wiring, may tayong term na branch circuit, no? Kasi the connection po ng ating wiring po, no, sa ating wiring, the connection is parallel, no, parallel to the breaker. So kaya tatawag siyang branch circuit. Okay? So the voltage, no, across po dito is equal. So this is R1, so dito po yung V1 natin, V2, V3. Equal po silang lahat. Okay? Then the voltage or the current on all branches is, pag kinuha natin yung total nila, inad natin sa lahat, is equal to the current total. So yung total current natin dito is yung current na kinukuha ng buong load nito. So yan yung total current. So dito meron tayong current na I1, current na I2 sa dito na branch, tapos current na I3. So itong tatlo na to, kapag inad natin sila, equal yan dito sa ating current dito. Okay? Then to get the total resistance or the equivalent resistance, okay, so the equivalent resistance po is RE. So that is equal to 1 over RT. No? Inverse po ng 1 over RT. No? So which is, ito po yung formula niya. So para po madaling isolve, ang gagawin lang po is kukunin niyo po yung conductance. No? So ito kasi ang kapag ito, kapag ang resistance ay kinuha nyo ng reciprocal, ang tawag dyan is conductance. So i-add yung conductance, tapos yung result is reciprocal, so babalik po kayo sa equivalent resistance. Okay. So board exam technique po tayo when it comes to total equivalent resistance po sa ating circuit. Okay. So example po, meron tayong sabihin nating gawa muna tayo ng circuit dito. Okay. Yan. So, ito yung source natin. Okay. So, ito is 3 ohms, 3 ohms, 3 ohms, 3 ohms. So, ang tanong is kukunin mo yung equivalent resistance. Yan. So, the shortcut for this one, no, to get the equivalent resistance, no, RE is just equal to the R. So, ibig sabihin yung R is kung ano yung resistance na equal over ilang branches, no? Na nandoon yung equal resistance, which is N. So, para dito, yung equal na resistance is 3. So, ilang branches? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that is 4. So, you have 0.75 ohms. So, yan po yung shortcut. So, this is applicable po sa lahat ng mga resistor na nakakonect in parallel and also equal, no? So pinaka-common po ito, kunyari 18 9 ohm resistances are connected in parallel. Find the equivalent resistance. So if hindi nyo alam yung technique na to, ang gagawin nyo lang is dito, no? 1 over 9, 1 over 9, 18 na 1 over 9 plus 1 over 9 plus 1 over 9. Ganun kadami, no? Mangyayari, you will consume time, no? At malamang pwede pa kayo magkamali sa pag-input ng inyong calculator. Yan. Okay? Okay, no? Kaso po sa diagram, so there are times po na usually po yung DC circuit po is hindi na po siya ginagawang difficult question, no? A difficult question, no? So ang ano na lang ng mga examiner, especially the Board of Electrical Engineering, ginagawa nila is if hindi mo talaga alam kung paano gumawa ng circuit, so no matter how easy the question, talagang hindi mo makukuha kasi hindi ka marunong gumawa ng diagram, no? But during po ng pag-take ko, so meron po kaming dalawang question na meron pong circuit. Yung isa po is pinakukuha po sa amin yung total resistance, no? Ang mukha po ng circuit is ano po siya, ganito po yung ano niya, mukha ng circuit. So parang naka-triangle po siya, no? Or naka-diamond. So ito, if you are going to simplify this one, so this is just only series parallel circuit, no? No? So ang mangyayari is hindi na po siya mas madali po siya kapag alam niyo kung paano i-simplify, no? So yan po yung sa amin. Medyo binigyan po kami ng mahirap na circuit because ang gusto ng examiner is maglagay siya ng question na difficult doon sa DC circuit na topic, no? But I don't know sa mga past na board exam, no? Yung last year nga, konti na yung problem solving tapos hindi pa masyadong mahirap, wala pang mga hindi pa masyadong madami yung mga circuit computations, no? Kadalasan daw is ohms law lang tapos motors at AC circuit, no? Ang medyo mahirap sa last na April is the terms itself, no? So nakadepende po yan sa examiner, no? Okay, so shortcut for resistor that has different value. So there's no shortcut po. Ang masasabi ko lang po is just yung ano lang po, process of elimination. Okay. So example. So we have 3, 4, 5 na resistor connected in parallel. So the choices is 3 ohms, 4 ohms, ito is 0.7 ohms, yung D naman natin is 0.8 ohms. Okay. So if you don't know how to solve for this one, nakalimutan niyo yung formula kung paano to i-solve, no? Okay, so ang gagawin niyo po is the process of elimination. If you have 3 or more resistors connected in parallel, the equivalent resistance is always less than, mas maliit po sa pinakamaliit na resistor in parallel. For this one, 3 yung ating resistor na pinakamaliit sa tatlo na kinonek natin na parallel. So ibig sabihin, yung answer natin will not be more than 3 or equal to 3. Yan. So itong A, hindi na to yung answer. Itong B, hindi na to yung answer. So mangyari, if kailangan nyo talagang chumamba, dalawa na lang yung pagpipilian nyo. So you have 50% chance to have the correct answer. Yan. So yan yung process of elimination, no? Minsan din ang nangyayari is imbes na yung choices nagiging 3, 4, tapos 5, tapos yung isa is yung tamang sagot which is less than 3. So automatic, ito yung magiging sagot nyo. No need to solve as long as you satisfy the first condition sa parallel. Sa parallel circuit, the total or the equivalent resistance is always less than sa pinakamababa na resistor in parallel. Yan. Okay, so kaya po, that is the reason why appliances, lights are connected in parallel para po lumiit po yung total resistance ng whole circuit ng isang electrical system kasi nakaparallel po siya. Okay? Yan. Yan na, no? So let's proceed to ito, no? So sayang na, no? Wala po to siyang tawag doon. Wala po siyang choices, no? So 3 resistors of 6, 3 ohms and 2 ohms are connected in parallel across a 12 volt supply. So find the equivalent resistance. So we need to find po the equivalent resistance. Okay? So solution. May pala solution dito. Okay, so to find the equivalent resistance, ang gagawin po natin is first is to label, no? R1, R2, and R3, no? So katulad po nito, bahala na po si calculator mag-solve. Okay, so we have RE is equals to 1 over RT inverse. So we have 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3, no? So we have 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2. Yan. Okay. So, gagawin natin using our calculator. Tignan ko kung masishare ko ba yung calculator ko dito. Okay. Okay, so saan yung calculator ko? Okay, so hindi ko pala masishare yung calculator ko. But nonetheless, so if you have your calculator, and try ko nga ulit. Masishare ko ba? Yan. Hanap na saan yung window. Yan. Okay. Share. Yan. Okay. Okay. Yan, na-share na pala. So we have 1 over 6, no? Over 6. 1 over 3. Yan. Plus 1 over 2, no? So 1 over 2. So this is equal to 1, no? 1. Tapos yung 1, yung reciprocal ng 1 is still equal to 1, no? So our equivalent resistance, ano nangyari ito sa ano? Okay, so our R total, no, is equal to 1. Okay. Okay, so 1 po yung ating total equivalent resistance, no? Bakit nag-aano to siya? Wait lang po, may nag-aano sa screen ko. Okay, so yan, no? So balik po tayo, no? So this one po, this is the equivalent resistance is 1/6 plus 1/3 plus 1/2. So this is 1 ohms. So to solve the total current po, same po yan pa series or parallel. So the total current is just equal to the total voltage over the total resistance. So for this one po, yung total resistance po natin is the equivalent resistance. So we have 12 volts divided by 1 ohm. So this will be 12 ampere, no? Which is, yan po yung sagot sa tanong. Okay, next. So which quantity remains the same in all branches of parallel circuit? No? So ito po yung isa sa pinaka-common na nalabas po ng question sa RMA board exam. So ano po yung equal quantity in parallel circuit? Is it the power, current, resistance, or voltage? Okay. So ano po yung answer nyo? You can type the letter of your answer po sa ating Google Meet chat box. Okay. Yan. So yung answer po dito is letter D. The voltage po is the same, no, across all branches of our parallel circuit. Okay. Then we have the current division formula, no? So for the current division formula, in a parallel circuit, the total current entering a junction divides among the parallel branches. So the current in any branches is inversely proportional to the resistance, no? And directly proportional to the total current. Okay? So we have now this equation. No? Kunyari, I1 yung hinahanap. So total current natin times the resistor R2, R1 plus R2. Or pwede din po dito. No? If I2, so R1 yung dito. No? Okay, so in general, no, so we have this general formula. So we have if yung hinahanap natin is R5, I5, so gagawin po natin is 1 over, 1 sub, for the total current times the 1 over R5, yung inverse po ng R5 natin, over the sum or the equivalent circuit. No? Okay? Okay. Okay, so for example, we have this question, no? So in the circuit shown, the total current IT is 12 12 amperes. So find the current in each branches, no? Hinanap po natin is the current po in each branches. So meron po tayong 12 ohms dito. Then we have R1 which is 6 ohms, R2 is 3 ohms, and R3 is 2 ohms. No? Okay, solution. Okay, so I1. No? So for I1 po, we have the I total is 12 amperes. Okay, so that is for I1 po, yung ating ano po is tawag na 6. No? So we have 1 over 6 over 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2. No? So our I1 is equal to, and so i-calculate po natin yan. Okay. So calculator po tayo. So we have, so 12 times 1 over 6. Then we have 1 over 6 plus 1/3 plus 1/2. No? Okay. This is equal to 2 amperes. Yan. So 2 amperes. So same process po yan sa ating I2. So we have 12, ano yan, 3, 12 amperes pa rin. So we have 1/3 over, so 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2. No? Same pa rin po sa ating I3. No? So yung ating I3, R3 po, so 1/2 over 1/6 plus 1/3 plus 1/2. No? So yan po yung current division theorem. Okay? So series parallel circuit, no? Series parallel circuit contains both series and parallel combination. So we only need to simplify the parallel section, combine the series resistances, and solve the total current, no? And we will need to backtrack, no, the current and the voltage. So Ang pinakauna pong gagawin is to simplify the parallel connection, or then combine the series resistances if any, and solve the total current, and to use Ohm's law po in solving the different values. Okay, for example, a 4 ohm resistor is connected in series with a parallel combination of 6 and 3 ohms. So the total resistance is blank. For this one, wala po tayong formula, wala po tayong diagram. Okay, so we have, okay, so this is 3 ohms and 6 ohms, and this will be your 4 ohm resistor. Okay, so we have, ito muna yung una nating isi-simplify. So that will be our RE. So we have 1.6 plus 1.3, that will be reciprocal, para kuha yung total equivalent resistance. So we have 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3. So inverse po natin yan. Ito po yung button for inverse. So that will be 2 ohms. So RE is 2 ohms. So kung makikita nyo po, yung kanyang equivalent resistance po is mas maliit po compared po sa ating 3 ohm na resistor kasi 2 ohms. So yan po talaga kapag parallel connection. Okay. So itong RE natin naka-series dito yan sa 4 ohms. So our total resistance is 4 ohms plus 2 ohms, which is equal to 6 ohms, which is letter C. Okay? Next. So a 24 volt source is connected to a 4 ohm resistor in series with a parallel combination of 6 and 3 ohms. So the total source current is blank. So if you notice po, ito po, na-solve natin to sa previous yung ito po na problem na to. So we know that the total resistance now is 6 ohms. Ang hinahanap is total current. So same pa rin po. VT over RT. So this is equal to 24 volts over 6 ohms, which is equal to 4 amperes, which is letter C. Okay. Next. So next po, we have network theorems. So the network theorems po is wala po masyadong magiging solving for this part po ng ating discussion. But network theorems are all about the techniques po. Okay. So ito po yung mapapabilang po sa difficult because not all po, unless po if you are studying electrical engineering, madidiscuss po to. Kasi yung, as far as I remember, meron po nagtanong doon is, what method or what theorem uses the the concept of KCL and KVL, or Kirchhoff's voltage law and the Kirchhoff's current law. So meron yan na question doon. So yan yung mga isa sa mga network theorems natin. Okay, so the first one is superposition theorem. So when you say superposition theorem, we have this two circuit na meron siyang dalawang source. Ang gagawin lang is to analyze this circuit. So meron tayong dalawang analysis. In first analysis, itong ano na to is issue short. Then solving this one as a series parallel. The next is ito din issue short. Then you will add up the resulting quantity. So yan po yung superposition theorem. Okay, next is the Thevenin theorem. So the Thevenin theorem is a theorem in which you are going to solve the Thevenin equivalent resistance, also known as the looking back resistance, and the Thevenin voltage. So it will simplify complex circuit and useful for analyzing different load resistances. Okay. Then we have Norton's theorem. So Norton's theorem is for any bilateral network. No? So this is just the same sa Thevenin theorem. Ngunit, this utilizes parallel. No? So current source ka dito tapos meron kang parallel resistor. Yung sa Thevenin po is voltage source ka dito tapos resistance. No? Then the next one is maximum power transfer, no? Which it will only occur if your load resistance is equal to your Thevenin resistance. Yan. Okay. Then we have the reciprocity theorem. So the reciprocity theorem is you are going to eliminate the voltage source. So yung voltage source, gagawin nyo pong current source and vice versa. So i-interchange nyo po yung kaniyang mga component. Yan, no? So the result is we're going to solve for I1 and I2, no? So ito po yung magiging table, no? For the application. So superposition theorem will be used, no? For multiple sources, no? The Thevenin theorem will be used for load and current voltage. Norton theorem is to find only the load current. Maximum power transfer is for maximum power to the load. And reciprocity theorem is used for verifying network properties. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so before po we'll be discussing po this next, which is AC fundamentals, no? So we'll just take po siguro a 10-minute break, no? We will continue discussing at 8:30 po, no? Naman na po tayo. Iinom po muna ng tubig. Okay? So yan po, no? Balik po tayo sa ating discussion. Okay, so we have 4 AC fundamentals. Now first we need to know po the definition po of AC, that's alternating current, no? So it is the current that changes magnitude and direction vertically. So ito po yun, no? Ang tawag po dito is a sinusoidal wave which is described by this formula. So kaya po may sign dito, no? Sign is a trigonometric function. So minsan po the question is just what formula best describe an AC current or AC voltage. So ito po yung formula. If sa graph po, ganito po yung graph. Okay? Then we have frequency. Now frequency is the numbers of cycles per second. So the unit for frequency is hertz. So the standard frequency for the Philippines, no, as per Philippine Electrical Code is 60 hertz. No? So when we say cycles per second, ilang ulit po siya nag-up and down. So yan po yung cycle. So isang complete cycle po up, down, that is one frequency. Yan. Okay? Then period. So period is the number of seconds to complete one cycle. No? So balik po tayo dito. So from this time to this time, so 0 to t. So kung ilang seconds, may 3 seconds. So ang tawag po dyan is a period. No? Period po is the reciprocal of frequency. No? So 1 over f, so that is equal to period. So 1 over 60. So yung period po natin, no? yung atin pong yung ating source po ng kuryente is nagpapalit po siya ng positive to negative, no? Because if you can see sa graph, this is positive, dito po is negative. So nagpapalit po siya from positive to negative every 0.016 seconds, no? So less than 1 seconds. Okay, the angular frequency po naman is the frequency o yung bilis po ng pag-ikot po ng ating alternating current. No? If you are going to graph this one into a circle, so ito po yung magiging speed niya, which is, so the formula is 2 pi f, so 2 pi times 60 is equals to 377 rads per second. No? So usually po, ang nalabas lang po dito is terms. No? If may pa-resolving man, so ito po yung magiging problem solving or ito po na formula. Okay, then the RMS or the root mean square, also known as the effective value. So ito po yung value na measure natin sa ating mga multi-tester. No? So that is equal to 0.707 of the maximum voltage. No? Yan. Okay. So this also produces the same heating effect sa DC. So kaya po, ito po na-measure natin sa ating mga tester because ito po yung nare-read or napupunta po sa resistor ng ating mga multi-tester. So for example, this one, no? So the peak value of a sine wave is 170 volts. So what is the RMS value? So RMS is just equal to 0.07 times the peak value or the VP. No? So 0.07 times 170 volts. No? Okay. So we have, okay. So 0.707 times 170. No? Is equal to 120.9. So we have 120.9 volts. No? So that is our RMS value. No? So ito po lumalabas po sa board exam. Some na hindi po nakapag able to study this one. So masasabi po na mahirap po itong question na to. No? Ito ang ating question. But if you are able to know the formula, so makikita nyo, sobrang dali lang po ng question. No? So same, no? Ito. So the peak value of a sine wave is 170. The RMS value is, so ito mayroon siyang choices. So letter C, no? Okay, phasor relationship. So phasor represents a sinusoidal quantity in magnitude and phase. So ibig sabihin, if we are going to graph, no, our voltage or current, so ano kaya magiging itsura? No? So if our circuit is few resistive, resistor lang po yung ating load, no? So ang AC graph niya is in phase, no? Ibig sabihin yung current at voltage is same po sila ng direction. Tulad dito diagram na to. So ang tawag po niyan is in phase. If pure inductive, ibig sabihin inductance yung ating load, so iba po ang kanilang direction. Yung voltage is pataas, yung current po is nasa baba. So if yung current po is nasa baba, ang tawag po dyan is lagging. So lagging po yung ating current sa ating voltage, no? So the angle, no, kung may the angle niyan is positive 90, no? Yan. Okay. Next is we have, ito pala, no, the power factor. So mamaya we will also discussing power factor. Is unity for pure resistive. For pure inductive is zero lagging. Okay. For pure capacitive, no, pure capacitance, so your current is nasa taas habang yung voltage naman is horizontal, which is behind po siya sa ating current, no? So itong current is dito sa taas, ito siya nasa baba pa. So for this one, your power, your phasor, so your current leads, no, leading po to, no, leading po yung yung current mo to your voltage. So ang angle between them is negative 90, no? Kasi ang tinitingnan po diyan is yung basis is yung voltage, no? So yung basis, yung voltage is yung huli, kaya negative po ang kanyang angle. And the power factor is zero leading, no? Okay. So important relations ito, ano na po natin to, no? So we have also peak-to-peak voltage. So it two times lang po yan ng peak voltage or the maximum voltage, no? So when you say peak-to-peak voltage, that is the total voltage dito po. Dito plus ito. So yan po yung peak-to-peak voltage, kaya times 2. Kasi same na po yung value, yung positive na maximum voltage at negative maximum voltage. Hindi po natin to pwede directly na ipa-plus kasi magka-cancel out po yan, magiging 0 po yan. So kaya ang gagawin lang, itong maximum voltage i-times 2 nyo at yung magiging yung peak-to-peak voltage. Okay. So the period of a 60 Hertz, no, waveform is, so yung kanina, na-solve na po yung kanina. So that is 6.67 millisecond, no? Ang angular frequency of 60 Hertz source is, so 377 rad, no? Radius per second, that is 2 pi f, no? Itong kanina po, no? 2 pi f times 60, so that is 377 radians per second, no? Of course po, pwede nyo po itong i-memorize kasi standard po yung 60 Hertz natin for the Philippines. Okay. So types of power factor, no? So iba't ibang type po ng power factor. So power factor is the cosine of the phase angle between the voltage and the current. In just layman's term po, the power factor is the factor in which malalaman natin kung ilang watts lang ba talaga ang napupunta sa ating load. No, the actual wattage na napupunta po sa ating load. So that is a power factor, no? So we have lagging power factor. So meaning, no, kanina, no, sa ating phasor, so the current lags behind the voltage. So the power factor angle or the phase angle is positive. Then yung waveform niya delayed. Then the common load for this one is motor, transformers, fluorescent lamp, inductors, and chokes, no? If unity power factor, so in phase po yung voltage at current, the phase angle is 0. Current and voltage reach 0 and the peak at the same time. Then the common load is resistive heaters, no? Incandescent lamps and electric stoves, no? The leading power factor, so the load is capacitive. So negative po ang kanyang phase angle, kaya negative 90. The waveform is advanced. So una po yung current kaysa voltage. Then common po is load po is capacitor banks, capacitor, and electronic ballast. Okay. Then we have the power triangle. No? So the power triangle also discusses or also represents the three types of power sa ating AC circuit. So the first one is real power, no, which is the kilowatt. Ito po yung talagang pupunta sa ating load. The reactive power is the power drawn by the inductive circuit or the inductive reactance, and S is the apparent power, which is the power, no, which is from the voltage times the current. At yan po yung rating ng ating mga transformer na ginagamit, no? Okay. So the formula for power factor, ito po yung formula. So P over S, no? So though if low po yung power factor natin, so higher line current for the same kilowatt, no? So mas mataas po yung ating line current. So magkailangan pa rin yung mas taas na wire. Increase po yung ating losses, no, through heat, lower system efficiency, larger conductor size required, and possible penalties from utility. Okay? So we have this example po, no? So solution. Okay, so we have a motor draws 15 amperes at 230 volts. So the wattmeter reads 2,760 watts. So we need to determine the power factor. So the formula po nito is we have power is equal to voltage times the current times the power factor. So yung hinahanap po dito po is the power factor. Okay, so power factor is equal to power over the voltage times the current. So we have 2,760 watts divided by the the current, no, or voltage, 230 times 15. Okay. So using our calculator, we have 2,760 over 230 times 15. Okay, so this is 0.8, no? So 0.8 po yung ating power factor.